Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Tyrone, the ambassador, and I'm back with another video once again. And today we're talking about faith. We're talking about the application of faith and what faith is. So right off the back, I just want to say that faith is something that is very active. It is very active each and every single day in our life. No, I can't say that I have faith if I'm not acting up on the things that I believe to be true, the things that I say I believe in. Reason for that is because faith within itself is dead. In other words, it will produce nothing whatsoever for me. What will produce, though, is when I start to put and apply corresponding action to the things that I believe. And this is what James was speaking of in James chapter 2, verse 18, when he says, "Yea, a man say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works." What is James saying right there? That faith actually is something that we can see. Faith can be perceived through the things that we do and the things that we say. You know, I don't have to know very much about you. I can spend just a day with you and figure out what you believe just by the things that you say, how you react, and how you respond to certain things. As a matter of fact, you can do a self-evaluation of yourself. You know, I do it periodically just to make sure that I'm on the right track. I evaluate myself and what do I really believe? You know, what do I stand on? Especially around election time. You know, we just came through an election, and so I'm sure some of you, if you're like me, it calls you to internalize certain thing and really take a deeper look on what do I believe and what do I stand for? What am I willing to compromise and what am I willing not to compromise? And so faith does these things for us, real faith, because it requires corresponding simplicity level. I would have to say that faith is basically you and I acting up on the things that we believe to be true. That's it. It's very simple. Now, I know there are different levels and dimensions to faith, but we're just talking on a simple level of what faith is. It's simply you and I acting up on the things that we believe to be true. Now, the things that we believe to be true, those things are dependent upon our culture, our upbringing. I mean, things that we've been taught, things that we've learned, things that we have been exposed to, and things that we have inferred throughout our very life up to this point. All those things play a part in what we believe to be true and what we put our faith in. Let's take a look at Romans 10 and 17 and hear what it has to say about this particular topic right here. So this is what it says. It says, "Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God." You know, this particular verse is not saying that just us hearing the word of God gives us faith, or we receive faith, or faith is attributed to us because we're hearing the word of God. No, that's not what it's saying. But what it is saying, though, is that as we hear the word of God and believe the word of God and study in the word of God, it gives us the opportunity to activate our faith. That's basically what it's saying. It is telling us how faith become activated in the things of God. It is also telling us something else as well, that the same way faith becomes activated in the things of God, that faith can become activated in everything else. For that reason, we have to be mindful of what we're listening to, what we're giving attention to. Because if you listen to it for too long and start to believe it, then we might put more faith in it than in the things of God. You know, there's such a thing called social conditioning. It's basically we accepting what the majority is saying. It's basically, just following the crowd. And that's the easiest thing to do, to follow the crowd. It takes strength and courage to go against the grain. And walking in faith, true faith that is, requires us to spend time with God, spend time reading the Word of God and responding to those things in faith. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end and watching this video. Come again next week when you can hear me talk about our faith versus reality. That's right, faith versus reality. Again, I'm Tyrone, the Ambassador, and you are watching the Ambassador's channel. God bless.